everybody, it's Sal here. A very warm welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then welcome, and if you are a returning subscriber of mine, then thank you so much for all of your continued support. So today I wanted to share with you my top 10 cold weather wintry fragrances. So these are all perfumes which have really good performance. They're kind of warming in some way. They're strong and they're going to be able to cut through the coldness, and they just perform better in cold weather in my opinion. So without further ado, let's get started. So first up on my list is this Sweet Spicy Beauty, which is Angel Muse by Mugler. So this fragrance is kind of a hazelnut cream with an edge kind of smell. So you've got vetiver in here, hazelnut cream, like chocolate kind of cream as well. Maybe some grapefruit, giving it kind of like a zing initially. And it's just all around a really beautiful fragrance. This one to me smells very unisex and almost leaning slightly masculine, just in my opinion. And it's not one that I wear an awful lot, to be honest with you, but I do think that it is just a stunning one for the winter. I think without a doubt the winter time is when I would get the most enjoyment out of this, and it's just the nicest kind of smell like for that time of year basically. I would never wear this kind of in the spring and summer personally, unless it was like a really cold day. I just think that this is kind of a warm, sweet, spicy fragrance, which is just stunning for the cold weather and for the winter time. Next up is this beauty here. So that is the original Nuit Trésor. This fragrance is a dark, mysterious, seductive, boozy delight. So there's lots going on in here. Basically it's like a dark, rich, fruity liqueur with some dripping caramel, some incense, coffee beans, loads of heavy kind of rich, decadent kind of base notes, grounding this fragrance and giving it a lot of weight. So for all of those reasons, basically it is an absolutely stunning winter fragrance. It is a beautiful, feminine, flirty nighttime fragrance, and it's just one of the nicest ones for a date night, I think. It's just stunning. The performance on this one is phenomenal. It's very strong, and if you wanted something that's going to last all day and perform really well in the colder weather, look no further than this beauty. Next up is a favourite of mine, and that is the beautiful coffee kind of fragrance, which is Black Opium. I love this one so much, you guys. Like, I'm kind of annoyed that I only have the 50ml. Like, I kind of wish I had the bigger bottle because I don't want to run out. I just love it so much. It's very Moorish. Oh my goodness. So there's like pear, there's coffee, like creamy, like a latte coffee kind of smell. There's white florals, orange blossom. I think there's a note of bitter almond in here, giving it a kind of cloudiness almost. It's quite a thick fragrance, but it's not cloying. It's just perfect, really. I just love it so much. It's very versatile. I wear it all year round anyway, to be honest, but I think it's just particularly beautiful for the cold weather and for the winter time. So that is the gorgeous Black Opium. Next up is the wonderful, intoxicating Mugler fragrance, which is Mugler Intense. Now, this one is kind of the more decadent, the smouldering, the kind of more seductive version basically of the original. It's heavier, it's thicker, it has more intense kind of woody base notes basically, and also this has musk in here, which the original one does not. So this fragrance is overall a very kind of woody, vanilla, lavender, aromatic, and kind of sweet fragrance as well, but it's not overly sweet. Kind of almost herbal, but it's still very feminine. And it's just very nice. It's strong, but it's also soft. But I think it's just absolutely beautiful for the cold weather because it is, it does have that weight to it, and it does have that strength of scent without being punchy. So it's still very rounded and smooth and everything you would expect from a Mugler, but it is definitely stronger and, well, more intense basically, as you would expect. So this one is beautiful, it's particularly in the colder weather, and I absolutely love it. So that is the Mugler Intense. Next up is one which I bought this year, like quite a few months ago now, and I was so excited to buy it because I'd heard it was going to be discontinued, and I was fairly confident that I would wear it all the time, but unfortunately I just haven't been reaching for it. I don't know why. Like, it's just quite, it's very intense and it's very almost sickly, like it's so sweet, and I've not been reaching for it that much, but it's still a beautiful winter fragrance nonetheless. And that perfume is the wonderful La Belle L'Eau de Parfum Intense. I always get this one mixed up with the Intensimo, but that's like a different one. So this one is the L'Eau de Parfum Intense. This one is almost even stronger than the original La Belle, if you can imagine such a thing. So this one, it retains some of the La Belle DNA. However, this one, it's not quite as sharp and it's not quite as bright. This one is deeper, richer, thicker, more syrupy, and there are some different notes in here. So there's whipped cream, there's hazelnuts, which really intrigued me. That was one of the main reasons I purchased this, because I really wanted that kind of hazelnutty note. And it is stunning, but it's just very, very intense. I think if you were going out somewhere and you wanted something that's going to project and you want other people to definitely notice you on a cold winter night, then this would be absolutely fantastic. It's just as strong as the original La Nuit Trésor, if not a bit stronger. I don't know which one would be the strongest of the two, perhaps even this one. This one might even be stronger than the La Nuit Trésor, just because this one doesn't really ever fade. Like, it doesn't ever become a skin scent, like it's constantly projecting. It's just so strong, this one here. So if you're looking for a really strong winter fragrance, this one would do the trick. Next up is the beautiful and seductive and womanly Tom Ford Noir pour Femme. This fragrance is just an absolute bomb. It is so beautiful. It is it reminds me of a femme fatale character, a very sort of mysterious. It is a spicy, sweet, smoky kind of vanilla fragrance, basically. It makes a statement. It's sort of almost bossy, but it is quite soft almost. Like, it's not sharp, it's not punchy, but it's still, it has a presence. It's beautiful for the evenings, it's stunning for winter time and for the cold weather because it is a bit stronger. Not as strong as the previous ones I've mentioned, but it is still quite strong, and I do think that the smell itself lends itself more to winter sort of months. And this is overall just a fantastic fragrance. I love wearing this one. It just has that kind of sense of mystique about it. It's just very mysterious, very kind of alluring, and kind of almost like spellbinding. It's just, it's amazing, this fragrance. It's really, really good. So if you're looking for a kind of beautiful, unusual vanilla fragrance with lots of woody notes and a kick of like almost spice, but not in an overly spicy way, if you know what I mean. Like, it's a spicy vanilla fragrance, but it's still soft. If you're looking for a fragrance like that, then this one here would be absolutely perfect. So that is Tom Ford Noir pour Femme. Next up is one which I am probably going to be talking about a lot on my channel in the coming weeks, months, or whatever, just because I love it so much. It's one of my most recent additions to my collection and I am obsessed with it, you guys, like absolutely obsessed with this fragrance. And that fragrance is the beautiful Aura by Mugler. This fragrance is vanillic and woody and beautiful and feminine, but it's also menthol, medicinal and green. So it's just completely random, like it's just so strange, but it's beautiful. My hair is going crazy. It's strange, but it's just so unique and stunning and one of a kind, basically. And the thing I love about this one here is it really appeals to me, but the fact is, like, they took a risk. So they took a risk as a company making this, because it's not a mass-pleasing fragrance by any means. It's like not a crowd pleaser at all. It's just its own kind of work of art, really, and it's beautiful in its own way, but it's not one that they've made just to kind of you know, please as many people as they could. It's a very, very individual fragrance, and I just love that about it, really. It's so, so amazing. I've never found anything else like this before, and because it's so thick and because it's so thick and strong and rich, I think it would be just stunning for the winter time. I don't think I'd want to wear this in the summer, to be honest with you. I think spring, autumn and winter would be, you know, really good for this, but the summer I don't think I could bear it, to be honest, because it would just project more and it might become cloying. But certainly at the moment I am loving it, and I think it is just an absolutely fantastic choice for a cold weather winter fragrance. The thing with this one as well, like it's green, menthol, medicinal, rich, woody, vanillic, but it's almost a tiny bit spicy as well. So it's kind of warming, like it's a warming, comforting fragrance. It's just amazing, perfect for the winter really. So that is Mugler Aura. Next up is my beautiful baby dinky little alien. So this is my new alien fragrance. It's the little 30ml. I adore it, and of course, as most of you guys probably already know, it's a very strong fragrance. So this one is like a beautiful, seductive jasmine, amber, woody fragrance. It's just amazing. I love it so much. Every time I smell it, I'm just liking it more and more, basically. I can't get enough of this right now. And I think as far as winter fragrances go, when you want something strong that's going to be projecting through the cold weather, this one is just fantastic. It's very flirty, very womanly, but I'll be wearing this kind of any time really, day or night. I don't really mind where I'm going. I think I'll just be reaching for this one because I love it so much. But if you had to say what sort of occasion this one would be best suited to, I would say maybe a dressier one, somewhere where you want to go to make an impact. If you're kind of dressed up, this fragrance would be amazing for those kind of situations. But like I say, I'll just be wearing it any day because like I'm not really going anywhere fancy these days, and I still want to wear nice fragrances. And this one, it just kind of it lifts my mood, and it just makes me feel great wearing this really. I just love it. So that is Alien Original Eau de Parfum. Next up is the stunning Kenzo Flower Elixir. This one is just absolutely enchanting, to be honest, you guys. This one is amazing. It is a thick, rich, powdery, syrupy fragrance. It's got some raspberry and praline in here. Maybe some iris. I can't quite remember what the other notes are. Perhaps some rose, and because I'm trying to think what was in the original flower. So I think in the original Kenzo flower it was like violet, rose and something else. So I'm guessing maybe those are still in here, but they've added kind of richer notes as well. So there's, like I say, praline, there's vanilla, tonka bean, I think. But overall this is an extremely mysterious, feminine and flirty fragrance. It's very sweet, but not in a juvenile way. It's sweet in a very mature, grown-up, sophisticated kind of way. It is kind of like sweet in an almost luxurious way as well. And the sweetness in this smells classier, if you know what I mean. It smells almost like it's made with like expensive ingredients. Like it's sweet, but it's just sweet in such a good way. Like it's kind of hard to explain. I hope I'm explaining it okay, but it's sweet, but it's not juvenile. You know what I mean. It's beautiful. It just reminds me of like a dark red velvet gown, like a velvet dress. If I was going somewhere and I wanted to feel glamorous and womanly, I would definitely be reaching for this one. It's stunning and perfect for the winter time and the colder weather. And last up on my wee list is this one here. This is Viktor and Rolf Bonbon. So I wanted to mention this one because I've really not been talking about this one an awful lot on my channel, nor have I been wearing it. It's a really nice kind of sweet fragrance. I would say, actually this is a good comparison. So you know how I say that this one is sweet but not in a juvenile way? I would say that this one is more sweet in actually more of a juvenile way. So if you know what this smells like, you know that this could maybe smell slightly more juvenile. This is not like that. This is more mature, if you know what I mean. This one is still gorgeous. So it's got your peach, your caramel, and then it dries down to more of like woody notes. So it does have substance to it. It's not just like it doesn't smell cheap, but I would say, but this one is more obviously sweet. than this. This one is like really quite sweet, so much so that I'm not always exactly in the mood for it. I do think in the colder weather this one would be ideal, just because it's quite strong and it's able to project, and like it's got quite good lasting power and things like that. And I do definitely think I would want to wear this more in the colder months as opposed to the summer, so I might try and start using this one a bit more actually, because I just won't want to wear this in the summer at all. I know that they also have the Viktor and Rolf, it's like the Bonbon Couture, and it's like a similar bottle but it has the kind of metallic like shimmery bits inside, and I've really liked how that one looks. I like the bottle of that one, and I really like how that sounds as well. I think they've got like a white tobacco note in that one, and it sounds like it's just got more interesting notes in it, and it sounds like it might even be a little bit more mature than this one. So I feel like maybe that couture one would be more for me. If any of you guys have tried that one, let me know in the comments what you think of it and if you think I'd like it based on my tastes. So yeah, that might be one I'd be checking out at some point. But this one is still really nice, and I think it makes a really lovely cold weather wintry fragrance. I do also have one honourable mention. I do just want to briefly mention this fragrance. It's a stunning fragrance. The only reason it's not on this list is because it doesn't have that strength of smell. It doesn't have that lasting power that I was looking for when I picked out these fragrances. So all of the ones I've mentioned are really long lasting, they're really strong. So if you're looking for like a strong fragrance for the winter that's going to perform, I would say any of the ones I've mentioned would be spot on. But yeah, this one didn't quite make the list, but I am still going to mention it just because it's a beautiful smell for the winter. So that one is Dior's Hypnotic Poison Eau de Toilette. It lasts okay. I've talked about this on my channel before. It lasts okay, and the smell is really beautiful. It's like warm toasted almonds, Play-Doh-y smell, vanilla. It's just beautiful. The only thing about this one is it's just not got that richness. It doesn't have the power that the other ones have. Like the other ones could last all day and other people could probably smell them on you and things like that, but this one, I've just not been that impressed with the lasting power. However, I still wanted to mention it because to me, everything about this screams like winter fragrance, everything apart from the sillage and the longevity and things like that. So this is my wee honourable mention, Dior's Hypnotic Poison Eau de Toilette. If any of you guys have tried the Hypnotic Poison Eau de Parfum, please let me know what you think of it, by the way, because I haven't actually tried that one yet, and I'm really intrigued by it, and I'm kind of tempted to give it a go, because if it's like a richer, more powerful version of the Eau de Toilette, then I think I'd be really interested. But I think I remembered reading the notes at some point and realising, or I think I read they were quite different notes. But anyway, let me know what you think of it if you've tried it. But yeah, there we have it, you guys. My top 10-ish, I think I had 10 here, I can't remember, but my top 10-ish cold weather winter fragrances. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment down below, and if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing, and I will see you all very soon. Take care, guys. Bye.